Good morning, it's Brenda. How's everybody doing today? It's a gorgeous day here today. But yeah, I was struggling this morning trying to gather my thoughts and what I wanted to do today, and I want to do 4 different things all at the same time. So instead, I chose something totally different. So I thought I have these rolls, they're register rolls of paper, and I picked up a box of them. There was over 100 in the box for like $7 at our thrift store. So I thought we need to make use of them, and I do send them out to people in Happy Mail and stuff, but I thought today we could do a few snippets. So I gathered up some of my pieces of paper, just random pieces of strips. I have a container that is filled with strips and pieces, and yeah. So if you've never made a snippet before, you can use paper and fabric or both together. It doesn't really matter. I thought today we could just have a play with using my paper since I have so much of it today. And so if you'd like to craft along with me, gather up some supplies, your scraps and your pieces, and you don't have to have this. You can have like long strips of cardstock if you want, or use a piece of fabric. This is like 1 3/4 inches wide, but you can use it 2 inches, 3 inches, whatever you'd like. I'd actually done a fabric one, and I cut the fabric to 4 inches, and then I just did huge strips of it with pieces of material and different textiles and used it as a cover for a journal. But if you want to see that, let me know. I'm more than happy to do that. They're loads of fun. So yeah, I'm just gonna take strips of paper. You can cut it, you can tear it. It really doesn't matter, you know. And so let's just start gluing. And you know, if you've never seen the process before, well, just watch, and then you'll get the idea pretty quick. And then just begin and have some fun. All right, I just have an array of book pages and scrapbook paper. There's no rhyme or reason unless you're going for a certain look. You know, if you're going for a certain color scheme, then if you have those scraps, then use those. You know, like this is just Stampin' Up! Paper, and I'm just using a glue stick because I'm going to sew it when I'm done. And these are just some painted papers that I did. You know, I just scrunched up all the paper, and then I ran my ink over it. And that was just just because I was not really sure what I wanted to do. I just wanted to do something with paper, and so I just started. So there we go. There's Tim Holtz paper there, you know, and you don't have to have the torn edges. If you like the torn edges, then just tear your paper. You know, you don't have to, there's no rules. Just lay your paper down, have fun. It's going to get long, so I'm hoping that you're seeing enough of it. Oh, what else do we have here? Some clippings from a magazine. Yeah, you just glue. Just have fun, glue. I just left the paper on the roll, but we'll do a big section here, and then we'll finish it up by, you know, you can add laces to it and stickers and just other things, whatever, to make it pretty, to make it your style. I'm going to tear this one up. This paper's quite thick, but you know, it's okay. Some more of that splatter paper that I've done. But yeah, this is going to be quite eclectic. It has all the different colors and all the different things going on. Whoops. You can lay them out straight. You don't have to do them sideways or crooked. If you're a symmetric kind of person, then, you know, do it that way. You can't go wrong with snippets. And then look at all the pieces you're using up, you know. You don't have these in your stash anymore. They're going to be used. And then once you're finished, you can cut it up. You can use them as belly bands, pockets, anything like that. It doesn't have to. There's a lot of uses for things. And look how fast that is. It just goes along like that. And then you can make them as long as you want or as short as you want. You just do them whatever way you want. More scrapbooking paper. Some of it's from Stampin' Up, and others is just from whatever. Oh, and see, the piece ended up smaller. That's okay. Oops. Just pop that on there. All right, and let's say you finished. Cut it off. I got a little tiny piece there. Oh, that one's a little too small. So let's just find one that, you know, we might want to go there on the bottom. Let's take this piece right here. Just a random piece. It's just to fill in your paper there. Just pop it right like that. All right. So I just want to make sure you see it all. So there you go. And there's our piece that we just made. Right? I'll just put a little more glue here. I have a feeling there's two pieces of paper here. See? But it's going to stay there now. I always tear off that little extra piece that's there, but and add a little piece of glue. I mean, things happen, you know, you just go with it. My way of thinking is there's no mistakes. There's no mistakes in crafting. We're just here to have some fun and enjoy ourselves. All right, so move this paper out of the way. Okay, say this is our snippet roll. This is what we're going with. All right, so do you kind of get the gist of it? You know, for the new people, you know, sometimes, well, they haven't seen these things, and it's really nice to show them what's what. This mesh stuff is awesome. It has these little, it looks like little snowballs on there. But I had received this from Barbara. And so you can just gonna lay a little bit down. Let me just fold that piece up. I'm just gonna lay it down, and it's soft enough to go through the sewing machine, which is really good. So I'm just gonna add a little piece there. And you have lace, you use images. If you're going for a certain theme, like I said, you know, you can make it that theme. Like if it's nature journal, then you can add photos of birds to it. Just whatever. This is a sticker. I'm just gonna stick it right there. Like, I'm definitely not a pro doing snippets. I just put things together and have fun doing it. You know, we can only have fun. But I have these images from magazines, Tim Holtz butterflies. Oh my goodness. just anything. Cut your magazines up. Just gather some images, and then I'm just going to, and again, it's easy. Just having some fun. This is what happens when I have too many projects on my mind, too many things I want to do. Well, then I end up just doing something like this, and then as I go, more things come to mind, and then I can use all of this. Like these are all from a collage magazine, so it's really just putting things down and enjoying yourself. Little teddy bear, why not? And you can do one section a certain way, another section different. It all depends. And then when you go to use it, you just cut off where you're going to use it. You can sew it or glue it. It doesn't matter. There's no reason why you can't just glue it all. But if you like to sew, then do that. Shake the bottle. There's some people. I think they're a little too tall for this one, but these are labels, just labels out of a label book. And like all of these things I have found on Amazon. I mean, that's a lot of times that's where I find my stuff. I haven't shopped there for a while, but I mean, prices that I find are reasonable, and so why not? Oh, I don't want that one on there. It says poison, be careful. No. Let's try one more thing. And I didn't ink anything. I mean, you don't have to do any inking at all. So I'll pop this one right at the end there. So as you see, it looks, well, it just looks like a bunch of paper. Then you can just come in with your laces, your fabrics, add little pieces on there. And it doesn't have to be on top. You can add it to the bottom just like that and add some interest there. So let's do that. I'm just going to turn it over, add some glue there, and then put my lace there. Just like that, see? And then you've got some lace at the bottom when it sticks. I mean, you could use a heavier glue, obviously, if all you're going to be doing is gluing, to make sure you use a stronger glue, because glue stick just won't cut it. Just like that. Move that. And then I'll cut this one to make a couple little smaller pieces and do the same thing. Maybe I'll pop one down here. Just like that. And I like to have it just peeking out, just peek it out like that. This one, of course, is a bit longer. I'm just gonna snip it off right there. And then this can be used on a different part of it. Right. Maybe if I try it this way, I'll just glue the top of it. And yeah, just kind of stick it out. Like, obviously I'm not a pro, and I'm sure there are many, many people who just do amazing snippets. But I mean, once it's done and you add it into a journal, you can dress it up even more. You can add pockets to it. You can do whatever it is you need to do to make it your style, right? I mean, that's what we do. If you sell your journals, then you know, you can make it to the style of that journal or specifications to the person who's purchasing it, you know, so it's not too bad. And then you can add your buttons, and you can add, let me just, sorry, I'm just going to grab my little case of buttons. I have this cigar box. It's an old one, and I've stored all my vintage buttons in here, and it's a great way to great place to have them so they're out of the way, and you know, and then you can add your buttons anywhere you'd like. But I can't add any buttons until I sew down the center. But you know, I just wanted to show you how it looks with the different buttons. That's a pretty one. But I mean, you could do that, and then in a different section you can add a different cluster of buttons. You know, like down here, if you were going for a different look, you know, add a different cluster of buttons, and they don't all have to be the same size. You can just, you know, pop them like that. And flowers, you put your flowers on here. Butterflies, let's see. I have some butterflies here. Like, I'm just trying to give you some different ideas of how you can do them, the different looks. I mean, and for me, this butterfly is not too big, you know? You can just put them, it could be a butterfly theme, minus the teddy bear. And then you just add your butterflies like that. You know, or if you don't like them certain size, you just play around, and you can just fill them or have them as simple, or you can make them ahead of time. You can use all, you know, like book page and music page, and do the whole entire thing. And then when it comes to using them and you know where you're going to use them, then you can add your top elements, right? So there's that. It's cute, it's functional, and they can be made into so many things. And yeah, you just carry on. Like, there's a lot of paper on these rolls, so you can just go crazy with them. And if you have these empty, like the big wide ones, I don't have any, but you can, oh yes, I have one, sorry, like this, you know, then you can start it, and then as long as your papers, of course, aren't sticking out like mine, then you can use this and roll your snippet on. And then as you use it, you know, you just roll it out, cut what you need, and then go from there. But I've seen people use these before, especially for the fabric ones. And but they're a great way to hold all of your goodies. And I had made this snippet one with fabric and sewed it down the center and then on either side, and I just did this with it, you know. And then when you have them on here, it just looks pretty. So I had made this, it was a lot longer, and this is the last piece I have, so that will get used in my journal. And the same with paper. You know, let me grab my journal and I'll show you here. You would just pick a page. Yep, I added a bunch of stuff in here. If you remember the other day, we were putting stuff in this journal and I did add everything that we made in here. But this could be, you could put it off the page a little bit as well and just glue down the 3 sides and have it as a tuck. A belly band. You can cut it even smaller and make pockets, like you could have a pocket here, cut it off, put another one up top, so you have 2 pockets on a page. You know, and you do the same thing with your paper. Let me grab it. But look at the interest that it has. It's just all the colors, you know, and I might trim some of it down. I don't know. It would depend, I guess, on where I'm going to use it. This one's a little thinner, but you could do the same thing. Take it off the page a bit, glue down your sides, and have your tuck. It could be a belly band. You could make it a bookmark. You know, you just make it however long you need it and put a hole at the top with tassel or a charm that has it, and then you'll have it hanging over your journal so you know where you've left off in your journal and stuff like that. So those are just a few little ideas for that. So I hope you're all having a fantastic day. Breeden's here now, so we're gonna be heading out and doing something. I'm not quite sure yet. Our basement's just about finished, and so I'm very excited about that. I just wanted to thank you all for being with me today. I hope it wasn't chaotic for you. It's just something very simple to, you know, get rid of all the scraps that we all have. For the longest time, I didn't have very many, and now I have an abundance of scrap, and I'm trying to make use of them. And so I hope this was informative or helpful for you, especially if you've never done a snippet before. And you don't have to make them this big. You know what I mean? Like I should have, hang on here. I'm just going to show you. You can have a piece of paper and then you can just add to it. You know, you can cut it into a shape if you want and just make normal clusters, like, not normal clusters, but small clusters. You know, you have a base, you add your paper, you can add some fabric to it. You know, obviously that's a little too long, but you can add your fabric, add some doily. Here's a piece of doily, and you can just tuck it up underneath, you know, and then you add a focal image, whatever that image may be, and then you can put some of your sparkly on there, like your little gems, or Nouveau drops, if you have those or you like to use those. Or you can just add an image like that, and then you have yourself a snippet cluster. This will be a snippet roll, snippet something. Anyway, there's so many ways to say what they are, and you know, it's your interpretation. For me, it's just a snippet, using your scraps, getting rid of your scraps. And on Friday, I will show you, I think I'm going to finish this one up, and then I'll add some stuff to the top after I sew it, and I'll show you the end result of this one. And then, yeah, we'll just carry on from there. So thank you very much for being here. Thanks to everyone. Thanks to my new subscribers. I appreciate each and every one of you. And I thank you so much for being here. And don't forget, if you haven't already, to make sure you check out my giveaway video from Friday. I will put a link down below to it, and make sure you watch the video, answer the question, and then your name will go in for the draw, which is happening this Friday, which is my husband's birthday. So 2 exciting things happening, his birthday and the draw. All right, I hope you all have a very blessed day. Thank you so much for being here, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.